Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Wieland. My pronouns are he, him. I'm an author, game designer, and professional nerd. Tonight, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly local actual play show.
Flaps.
We are playing Magical Kitties Save the Day from Atlas Games, and we are using their something from their upcoming Kickstarter, the hometown Asphalt City, which will allow you to play magical kitties in a noir setting. Now, if you would, we're just going to be jumping into the story for this episode. If you want to see how we built these characters and put them together, you can jump back to the first episode. Or if you just want to see how the game plays and how the story rolls, you can stick with us here and just follow along as we play, because we'll also be explaining the rules and everything. And to be honest, this is not a very mechanically heavy game. Like we're going to explain it once or twice, and everybody should get it. So, because it's meant to be played for all ages. So this is a great game if you're a nerd who wants to teach their kids how to play RPGs, or if you're a teacher teaching it at school, or if you're like us, who just a bunch of people who like cats and want to pretend to be cats for a couple of hours. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So let's go around the table and have each player introduce themselves, introduce your cat, and then highlight either your flaw, your talent, or your magical kitty power. Let's start with you this time.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jordan Fishburne, she, her. I am playing Scabbatha Cinder Smith, also known as Scabby. And Scabby is a careless cat. Scabby is clumsy and inattentive, and maybe sometimes breaks things, or sets them on fire, or knocks something over.
All right, let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, I'm Sarah Babe, she, they, and I am playing Spot. Her magical power is Soundmaster. I can create sounds or make things sound like something else as long as the sounds are natural. So, I can make a bald eagle sound like a dog. Bark, bark, bark. That was almost a chicken. Never mind.
Yep.
Let's move on to our next mind player.
Hi, my name is Ethan Isaac Anderson, he, him, and I am playing Fluffy, the hairless cat. And my special magical power is bouncing.
If you didn't see it when we were choosing powers, everybody got two options, and as soon as I said bouncing, I could see Ethan looking for the card. Like, yep, that's the one. I'm picking that one. Let's move on to our next mind.
Hi, I'm Tawny P. Thompson, she, hers, and today I will be playing Sir Theodore Munchwhistle III. And his flaw is that he sometimes gets hallucinations, and sees things that aren't really there.
I thought Sir Theodore was a girl cat.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Reggie is confused sometimes.
That's fine.
Let's move on to our final mind player.
Hello, my name is Tony Cheek, he, him. I am playing Mrs. Pickles. He is a phasing cat, so he can phase through things. If you're a fan of the X-Men, that should be nothing new to you.
All right. So, we begin today on an Asphalt City. It's a gray day with rain coming down, like it always seems to be in Asphalt City, because it is a noir city. There really aren't really sunny days in noir cities. And we start out on 3rd Avenue. This is 3rd Avenue is sort of the cultural center of the city. It's where the Sunset Theater is located, the Irving Museum of Art, and we do kind of establishing shots of all of these. The Asphalt City Public Library, the old clock tower in the center of the city, and of course the Daily Herald, the newspaper that is in the center of Asphalt City. And because this is set in the glory days of the newspaper, I'm imagining it has a tapered top building, kind of like the like the Chrysler Building or the Empire State Building, except at the top of it there is a herald with like a long trumpet that that casts a mighty shadow over the street. Now, in addition to being the source of the main newspaper of the human world in Asphalt City, it is also the home of the Daily Herring, which is the kitty source of newspaper, the magical kitty source of newspaper here in the city. Now, where in the Daily Herald building is the Daily Herring located?
The ventilation system.
So
All day long.
Is there an attic?
I think maybe more like
The boiler room.
a lost supply closet,
Oh.
maybe.
It could be like the roof access.
let me throw a suggestion out there. So in that era, that early 20th century era, a lot of large buildings had this complex series of vacuum tubes where they would shoot mail and things like that.
I miss those.
For back when you lived in the 1930s, Ethan.
My bank had it for a long time when I was a kid, and I used to just love putting random stuff in there.
My bank has those too in the drive-thru, which is still fun. But so what if you live in the maintenance / supply closet near the
tubes.
the tubes,
That would be cool.
and there has actually been one tube that has been diverted that the cats know to be able to send specific messages to you.
Yes.
I'm totally picturing the building that I work in because there's a mail slot that goes on every floor to the basement.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
Perfect.
I want to throw something down there so bad.
So maybe we even have like a Sam Raimi-esque shot of a letter. Yes, we have a Sam. We follow the mail delivery guy, and he starts chatting with the lady at the reception desk, and he hands her all the mail, and she starts putting them into the slots for the various vacuum tubes to go shoo shoo shoo. And there's one that has a stylized letter, a letter G. Actually, it's a letter G overlaid with an X on like a wax stamp that. She puts in the slot, and then we have a Sam Raimi style first person view of the letter as it zips through the entire building. We just see flashes of humans and buildings and stuff that probably makes some people nauseous, and other people will be frame by framing it, going like, oh, okay, and looking for all sorts of weird things until finally, shunk. It lands.
Do we see the janitor cat?
No.
Okay.
It lands in the slot marked for the Daily Herring. Whose responsibility is it to check the mail tube?
I'll do it.
Okay, describe your cat.
My cat is a small cat because he's the runt of the litter. So I assume he's also the youngest cat, and therefore he's bottom rung. He's the mail clerk cat.
You're the plucky Jimmy Olsen cat?
Yeah, I'm the plucky Jimmy Olsen cat. And he's brown, and he's got big green sad eyes.
He plucks open the thing, and you see the stamp. There is some human writing on here. Do you wish to try to decipher it?
I do.
All right, let's get the dice out.
Yay!
Nice.
All right, so here's how you roll dice in this game. You have 3
Should I
attributes.
change it and be like, nah?
Cute. Well, we'll get there. Cute, cunning, and fierce. Now, detecting human writing is usually a cunning roll, which means you take a number of 6-sided dice equal to your cunning skill. Now, if you have a talent that you think is applicable here, you can use that. or if you have or if you want to use your magical kitty power, if you think it's applicable here, you can use that as well. But I will say that those, once you've used them for a scene, you then flip them over and you probably won't get to use them again.
Oh.
For at the very least this scene, if not possibly this whole episode.
So they're possibly one-offs. These abilities.
More or less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll just stick with the 3 then, just to be
3 is good.
Safe seat.
Your difficulty, unless I state the difficulty is, unless I state a different difficulty, the difficulty is always 4, and you count individual dice whether they succeed or fail. So I'm going to say the difficulty here is 4.
Okay.
Nice.
2 5s.
All right, 5, 5, 3. So now we check our handy dandy success chart. If you get 0 successes, it is a failure. You don't what you do. You don't get what you wanted, and you may have I may give you a complication. If it's 1 success, that's more of like a mixed, like you get a success, but you get a complication. 2 means you do it. 3 means you do it, and you also get a bonus. And 4 is like a super duper mega success. In this case, you got 2 successes, which means you do it. You recognize the symbol on the back.
Mhm.
It is the mark of Giroux.
Oh.
Giroux is the elite artist in Asphalt City. His or her, nobody knows who, or like if Giroux is a man or a woman or whatever.
Cat?
Or a cat.
Or a cat.
When you're
Their paintings are highly sought after.
Mhm.
What they would be doing, sending a letter to the Daily Herring, is a bit of a mystery to you.
Sorry, what was the name again? Giroux?
Giroux.
Giroux.
I'm sorry. Giroux. Giroux. So Giroux. Sorry, you have to cross one word out. So this is a very important letter, you think.
Right.
Whom would you be taking it to?
Definitely not that one.
why not?
Because you're a psychopath.
I'm good at investigating
Do
things.
you write the astrology column?
I was thinking I'd do the crime beat.
And also maybe the astrology column
Also
on the
maybe
side?
the astrology column.
What are you?
What would the astrology column be called?
What am I?
Like, what are you? Like, you're a reader.
Pisces.
I'm
Everybody's a
reader, yeah.
Pisces.
Okay.
I'm a reader, a telepathic reader.
What are you?
I'm a naturalist, a nosy naturalist. So if you
Nosy
don't give it to me, I'm probably going to take it from
You're gonna figure it out eventually. What are you?
Pickpocket.
Pickpocket. All right. I take it to the reader.
You bring it to Scabby.
I bring it to Scabby.
Scabby.
So what does your desk look like, Scabby? And describe your character too as well.
So you come across a desk that is covered in little knickknacks. There's like a little lint ball.
Like
There's
can pull tabs.
can pull tabs. There's like a piece of like plastic wrapper that was like pulled really into a long string that's all curled up. And sitting in front of the desk is a lanky, patchy gray cat. Chewing on the end of a fishtail. Like just like the little tail part sticking out of my
gross.
mouth as I'm looking over my things and making sure everything's where it's supposed to be. I sense that you have something for me.
Yes, I you're good at reading.
I sure
And
do.
so I brought this letter. I was able to make it out. It's from Giroux, the famous artist, and I figured that was important because I don't understand why he would, or she or the feline or human, I don't know.
Maybe
But why
it's-
they would be sending us a letter.
Well, let's rip it open and see. And I take my claw and I just pull up the entire top and pull out the letter.
Did you just open a letter? What does it say?
describe your character. So I imagine your head just coming in frame and being like
From behind a plant.
I was imagining a cubicle with her head popping up over.
Was that a letter? I am a young orange striped cat named Spot.
it would even be like you don't see the head, you just see the ears when she rips it, and then boop.
Perfect.
What's it say? Who sent it? What's going on?
And I try to read the letter.
Well, you have reader as a talent.
Perfect. Then
So-
I thought I would just get an additional die for my roll, but that works. I'm happy.
If it was tricky to read, I would have you roll it, but we want to get the plot going. So it's a pacing thing, kids.
Dumps.
You have been cordially invited for a meeting with Giroux at his studio.
Fascinating.
What does it say?
Representative.
I'm reading this out to you out loud.
Representatives of the press have been invited to the studio of the master painter Giroux.
Meow!
And guess what we are?
Members of the press!
We sure are.
How do you? Which one of you two reacts to these guys freaking out about this?
I think Sir Theodore Munchwhistle III was late this morning. And she is walking in now. Good morning, all. I see we're all met today. What's this? What is all?
We're going to a party!
Though I think it's only for people that are at work on time.
I was at work on time.
Excuse you. I arrive precisely when I decide to.
How very cat-like.
How very Gandalf of you.
I don't know who that is.
I guess I
well,
didn't take into account the
some of
amount
us
of
can
time
read.
it takes a car to get here because I take the streets like a normal cat.
Guys, do not dig in there.
What's in there?
Oh, you just
Stay away from the litter.
Okay.
A
right.
little bit.
Why don't we have multiple boxes? This is something I've been wondering to myself recently.
It's a space issue.
Did you cover it this time?
Oh, I buried that.
Okay.
Thank you, Fluffy, for keeping us abreast of the situation.
You do that at home all the time, too. Ugh.
Oh yeah, I'm really glad that I don't have to share a litter box with you two at home.
Oh, we don't share one.
You don't.
No.
Not that she knows.
I don't need to know more. I'm good.
Moving on. I think we had a fancy artiste invite us to a party. And maybe they're going to reveal something cool there?
It's Jerome.
Yeah, it's Giroux.
I think you mean Giroux.
No, it's Jerome.
I'm the one that can read human.
I
okay?
believe
I'm
you
pretty
mean
sure it's Giroux.
Giroux.
I don't know why you all sound Gerald weird.
It's Jerome.
Okay, I'm going to just put this out here for you because Reggie is quite a fan, you see, so I'm quite familiar with Giroux.
Oh, God, you're talking about your human again.
Yes, he bought the good nip today.
Give me a cunning roll.
Will investigation help me out here at all? I don't know what
Yes,
I'm
it
rolling
will.
for. Okay.
If you wish to use it, remember to flip the card after you use it.
One time
I
use.
feel like but for this scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can use it next scene. Yeah, let's go for it. Woohoo, 2 5s.
Okay, that
fives,
is
2
a
ones.
success.
They cancel each other out.
Those ones suck. These ones don't.
You walk by with a laser pointer and you're just distracted.
You remember,
The 21st of September.
yes, one of the that Reggie was reading a paper, not a human newspaper, a copy of the Daily Herald a couple of years ago, and had a very big human headline that talked about an art theft, and that you remember. You didn't read the. You don't you didn't read the whole article, but you do remember seeing Giroux's name mentioned in the text of the article. So you assume that it was one of Giroux's paintings that was stolen.
I'm quite certain if we were to do some research, you might find that a number of years ago there was quite an elaborate art heist involving one of Giroux's paintings.
Somebody stole one of Jerome's paintings? That's awful.
Yes. Quite.
I feel like that usually ends up being fraud, right? They paint a copy of it and then they sell that and then they can keep the original. And then when the original gets found, then it costs a lot more money. And then it's really I
thought it happened where the duplicated ones were the ones that end up being worth more in the end because they actually have a higher quality of the original ones, even though...
Can we all just pause here for a minute? Are you saying there might be a copycat?
Why, certainly.
Yes, that's exactly what I think it could be.
Do you know if there's any clauses in this document we need to worry about?
It's a letter, so I think we're okay.
Clauses.
It smells a little fishy to me.
No, that's just Fluffy's litter box.
So they're like, sir, this is an Arby's.
No, sir, this is a Long John Silver's.
When does this gala, if you will, take place?
Today.
It takes place today.
Oh my.
But don't worry, it's a night gala, so you'll have time to go home and freshen up and powder your fur or whatever it is
Perfect.
that you do.
Fluffy, do you know where my good collar is?
You have a good collar.
Yeah, of course I do. Don't you?
I only have one collar, and it's quite exquisite, if I do say so myself.
I plan on putting on my black sweater for this.
Oh, I love the way that black sweater looks on you. It thins you down so much.
Yes, it really offsets the, shiny.
Wrinkles.
Yes, those.
I can't believe you guys let yourselves get tied down with collars of all things.
Oh, you should see the ones that I have. Doug gave me the pretty pink sparkly one, and then there's the purple sparkly one, and the red sparkly one, and then there's just sparkly one, and then there's the rainbow sparkly one, and then
As we cut to Fifth Avenue, where Giroux maintains an office. And you arrive around 5 o'clock per the instructions of the invitation. And you see a human, like a human shadow in the office, moving around. It looks like they might be closing up for the day.
Is this where the invitation told us to
Yes.
come? Okay. And they're closing
Yeah,
up.
it's like an old it's an old style office. It actually has the GX like symbol painted on the window. It says appointment only, and the door opens up and out walks a young woman in a turtleneck sweater and kind of the what are those called? Butterfly glasses?
Oh,
cat's eye glasses.
Cat's eye glasses. Yeah.
The one that relates to the gamer currently.
And she's about to shut the door and she goes, dang, I gotta feed that stupid. And she walks back in.
Kid, get in there.
Okay.
Because you're... Right? That's your thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a you get into the room, and it is a lot of there are half finished canvases scattered throughout a fairly large office. There's a small desk in front, two seats in front of the desk, which is where you assume the clients wait, because those seats look far less comfortable and they look far more like artsy. And like in one corner of the studio, there on top of a filing cabinet, there is a cage. And inside that cage is a tiny rabbit. And the woman goes over to the cage and she pulls out the top filing thing and like gets out some lettuce and there's like a pitcher of water and she refills the bowl and she opens the door and don't bite me this time, you little son of a
Meow.
yeah. And she puts the food in, pours some water in the bowl. See you in the morning, little buddy. Locks the cage and walks out. Is anybody still in the hallway, or did you all manage to come in?
I think if we could get in easily.
Yeah. I absolutely. As soon as she came in the second time, I was primed and ready to.
It's almost like I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
The door shuts. You hear it lock. And then you hear the cage click up. And the door squeaks out. And the bunny sticks its head out. You all may present yourselves immediately.
Jerome, it's so nice to meet you.
Hail and well met, Mr.
Do we
Rabbit.
speak rabbit?
Yes, because remember you can talk to
animals can talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
We all speak nature.
just clarify.
Do you mind if I work while we speak?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Go
What
ahead.
are you working on?
A painting.
Well,
duh.
I must admit my work has suffered since the thievery of my most recent of my masterpiece.
Oh, yes, I did read about that in the paper.
Rumor has it it's a copycat.
I'm
No,
reading.
nobody can copy my brilliance.
I want to read his mind
Oh, you do, huh?
to get some additional insight on if he's taking us for a catwalk.
He's taking us for a ride to the vet.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that is a cunning check. Go ahead and so the target is 4. And since you're using your magical kitty powers, you add 2 dice.
Yes, perfect. So I'm rolling 4 total dice because I took telepathy when cunning was not my strongest skill. 5, 4, 3, 3.
So 4s are better. How many?
2.
2. You hear in classic in classic echoey brain talk. I hope that these kitties can help me out. I won't be able to paint until my masterpiece is returned. I hope that they can retrieve the Maltese salmon for me.
Robert.
No.
How dare you? Robert Wieland.
Sir, this is a good moment for a rob.
No, I'm Robert.
No, he wants that. I'm not going to give it to him.
No.
I remove and relax my squinting telepathy face where the cat's just like and
They can't tell the faces when they do the.
I was thinking it looks more like when a cat's about to sneeze. It's not quite there.
And then they go,
As you like. It's your power.
And then
I'm still basking in the glory of Sarah wanting to yeet something at me.
yes. And then when I realize he's being straightforward, I just turn around in a little kitty circle and just sit and lay down.
Is that your signal to everybody? Like, no, because
It's
I'm
legit.
assuming,
Yeah.
like what he's saying is legit.
Yeah, or else I'd be trying to finagle
Right,
him into thinking more stuff.
Giroux crawls out of the cage, and then his rabbit ears start to flap, and he starts to hover as he goes over to the paints.
my dear bunny friend, perhaps you can tell us why we've been called here.
I require the skills of master cat burglars. And as the premier kitty informants, I'm trying to do bad, but not go all like I'm trying to do like 9/10 Pepe Le Pew. I knew that you would be able to do this, or at least recommend me those who might do it for me. I have discovered where my masterpiece is being held.
What? Is it the pound?
No, Madame Kitty, it is the mansion of Charles DeMille.
Charles
Dun,
DeMille.
dun, dun.
Anybody, the first person who wants to can make a cunning check to try and one at a time. So pick who does it. Let's have you guys who hasn't rolled yet. So let's have Sarah do it.
Because I'm the gossip. Do I use
You're
nosy
nosy.
then as well?
So nosy is a flaw.
It is?
Mm-hmm. I know.
What?
I know. So I will do it this way.
Okay.
You can use nosy as a flaw
Okay.
to get this information, but that means that you have history with
DeMille.
with not Charles DeMille, but his precious kitty Ditzy DeMille.
Ooh.
You know, of course. Yes.
So go ahead and take a kitty treat.
Okay.
So Charles DeMille
Yes.
is the head of the DeMille crime family.
Oh no.
Oh.
And Ditzy DeMille does not like you. I think because your nosiness led to
Godliness.
what did your nosiness lead to that
Meowliness.
that either got her in trouble or Charles in trouble?
I published the fact that another cat was seeing Ditzy, and that other cat happened to be Charles's mistress's cat.
Scandalous.
You caused a quite the kitty scandal.
Oh, the DeMille, as in the DeMille family.
Yes, Charles DeMille. He is apparently a how do you say, gangster.
Yeah, he is. And his cat doesn't like me.
Well, that's
Because you see, Ditzy DeMille was hanging out with Fluffums, who
Spot.
is
Spot.
what?
Maybe later, okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
So Jerry, why do you think
Definitely
this guy's got it?
because I have on good authority that DeMille was the mastermind behind the art theft that occurred last week. And while he has been selling the paintings on the black market, but there is one that has not yet manifested. My beautiful, beautiful Maltese salmon.
Can you?
I am thinking he is keeping it for himself. No,
What scale are we talking with this?
the scale of the Maltese salmon.
Yes.
Those things slap really hard, by the way.
Yes, is this a sockeye salmon, or are we talking about something more?
It is an interpretation of what it is to be a salmon. The freedom, the authority, the willpower to swim upstream just to continue your life.
Then they die.
And then we eat them. They're
Can we
very
eat the
tasty.
Maltese salmon?
No.
It's a painting.
Oh, it's a paint. I don't care.
Yeah, well, you don't have to care. We have to care. We got to get this painting back. What's the
Our
reward?
reputation is staked on it.
But when do we eat?
What later?
I am quite certain that the DeMills probably keep around some lovely salmon
I'm
for
a
Ditzy.
growing boy.
What's
I will say,
Accent is swapping.
Geralt just got some lettuce up top if you want to go hit that up.
Oh, yeah. You mind if I do that, G-Man?
You're going for the lettuce.
I mean, something.
Very well. I cannot eat until my masterpiece is returned.
what's in it for us to get the Maltese salmon back?
Very good question, Scabby.
I only ask good questions.
As I am an artiste who is supported by my patrons, I too shall support you. I have heard tell that you wish to, how do you say, move on up out of the closet
To the east side?
to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
In the sky? Oh.
We were looking at that apartment in the sky.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to watch birds from there.
Yes.
I do like birds. They go, "Caw!"
Just think of the stories that you could publish if you were in better quarters.
I will miss chasing the mail coming through the tubes, though.
The bird gossip is so good.
But we won't have to worry about the paper getting all damp and wet when it's on the floor, though.
This is true.
Yes, would you like a very tiny printing press? I can do that.
Now we're talking.
Would you like a cat-operated camera, young man?
Can I eat it?
You can, but I don't think you would be comfortable.
I'll try
A
it.
few hours.
I'll try
Mr.
it.
Jerome, he would love that.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Anyway, for
I mean, that's hard to argue.
Jordan is keeping everybody on plot. It's if there's some kind of terminology about hurting a type of animal. I don't know. Anyway,
For whatever reason, I assumed our paper was claw-based cuneiform.
it could be. You can still print
we
that.
can work out the specifics later.
They're really just kitiographs.
Yeah. So all we have to do is break into the DeMille house and find where he's keeping the Maltese salmon.
Yes.
It's probably in Ditsy's room.
Why would it be in Ditsy's room?
Because Ditsy likes salmon.
I mean, don't we all? But
No,
if it's such a masterpiece,
she probably licks it because she's that dumb.
No, she just licks the salmon because she's trying to lose weight. So she just licks
Oh,
it
yeah.
once,
Okay,
and
yeah.
then
Like
she's
how you
I can't.
wait 15 minutes for the craving to pass. Yeah.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Sure.
So one of the things that you do actually in a heist adventure, and this is part of the guidance that they give you in the book, is you have to go and do the
Heist.
legwork to figure
Oh.
out what things you have to deal with.
Perfect.
So who's doing what?
I have the perfect plan to distract the guards. Dogs.
Well, you have to go and find what
The
Like-
dogs are.
I could investigate.
Oh, yeah. That.
Maybe dig through some old files and find the blueprints of the mansion so that we can find any obstacles.
Okay.
I want to go around and find an entrance that we can squeeze through.
That's what I was gonna do because I'm the squeezer.
You're the squeezer, but we're bigger than you. So maybe I can go and tear open a part of a fence that we can go into.
All right,
And like,
Oh, I have an excellent idea. We could all come in holding
Well-
flowers
already a
and
bad plan.
knock on the cat door and tell Ditsy we're here to make an apology for making her life awful.
but that
I
was just
don't
you.
think Ditsy
Yeah.
would know the rest of us.
On behalf of the newspaper.
I don't think Ditzy has a problem with us.
No, it's
only
just you.
only
Yeah,
you.
it is just you.
Well,
So we cut to the legwork montage, where you find out that these are the three things that you need to overcome. The first,
Please tell me you're giving me guard dogs.
so the first thing is on the first floor. It is chock full of gangsters. And they often meet there to play poker and to talk about the business and this, that, and the other thing. And they all are aware that there are no cats that are allowed on the premises.
Can I ask a question, Rob?
Sure.
Is Miss Tabitha Smith's son a gangster with the DeMille?
He may
Bob?
very well be.
Because if I can get around Sonny Boy and try to find out more information from him for us to use about the house and where people are at and where they're not,
Okay.
that might be helpful.
That might be helpful.
Yeah.
Um,
And maybe get him kicked out undeadedly. So that my Miss Tabitha will
so
be...
how are you going about getting that information?
I think Miss Tabitha's son comes over every once in a while, and she's very unhappy with him because he's a mobster, and she doesn't want that for him. But she's trying to entice him back into a life of good and convince him.
Does he maybe do a thing where he brings some Ma, I want you to
Try these cannolis.
well, yeah, he
Have some flowers. I
the
got
flowers. He's
I got
hey,
these shoes for you from.
why do you stay in this place, huh? You can move out anytime. Yeah. I'll get you set up at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah?
It's Sunday spaghetti dinner.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got to be.
And he has to go and see his ma every week,
He does.
So
I feel like it should be lasagna.
Well, I mean, that works too.
I see what
Pasta?
you did there. So it's Sunday dinner at the Greenacre Apartments.
I heard that's the place to be.
Yeah. Bump bump. And they're definitely doing that tense family dinner eating. A lot of scraping on plate and this, that, and the other thing. How are you going to try to get some information out of this?
every single week, they start by trying to not talk about him being in the mob. And eventually, something comes up. At some point or another, he accidentally says something.
So
she
you're just
makes
going
a
to try
quiet
to
mark.
eavesdrop on it, sounds like?
I'm waiting for that moment, and then I am going to try to exacerbate the situation. So I think once that happens and he gets going about how much of a better life he can give her and all of this stuff it's very rote normal. I'm going to do something stupid to spill the spaghetti all over the floor on the new carpet that he just got her.
Okay.
The new nice white carpet that he got her, so that then his brain's really going about all of this stuff at work.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a fierce roll here.
Okay.
Because this is less trying to get him to do something dumb and more trying to avoid him when he starts chucking things at you. Because you just spilled red sauce all over the freaking carpet.
Oh, I knew I should have had Alfredo for you today.
Ma, I don't know why you keep that stupid cat here.
So 3 dice roll for fierce, and then telepathy at the same time, or
Are you trying to basically, while he's whipping stuff at you?
yes, I'm trying to
find-
get
okay.
as much details.
Yeah, if you want to use your telepathy, and since this is a new different scene, go ahead.
It also may stop me from getting hit.
It may also stop you from getting hit. That is true. So the fierce difficulty is 4.
Okay.
Roll it.
2 die over 4, and then 3, 3, 2. So
Okay.
I gotta... For now.
So that means that you got a success, which means you do it just like you hoped.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Working out.
he's like kicking and swinging and throwing salt shakers at you and
I
stuff.
eventually climb up to the top of the curio cabinet because it has like a nice lip around the edge that I can crouch behind. He can't get me.
I imagine it's, don't you dare throw something in the curio cabinet!
That's all the china from your father.
You hear you hear his thoughts in his brain like, now I gotta win some more money at the poker game at Charles's poker game so I can pay to replace the stupid carpet.
A poker game.
Okay. Meanwhile, you're investigating.
Yes.
Where, are you looking things up at the library, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and give me a cunning check.
And we'll investigate. Help me here.
It may, so I'll give you an extra die.
Ooh, those are all successes.
Okay.
4
So-
successes.
So that means that you get a super success, which means you get a bonus as well. You do find the plans for the DeMille mansion, and it gives you access to all the various bits and pieces. So in addition, so you find that what that's going to do is everyone gets an extra die that they can use in the actual heist segment of the that you basically a 1 die once as an extra bonus because you've all studied the plans and know where to go in and out and everything. And you also discover that the attic has a state-of-the-art alarm system installed by the Timeless Corporation. The Timeless Corporation is like the big tech company in Asphalt City. They're the ones who they make all the radios, they make all the televisions, and they have a studio that makes all the shows that are on the radios and television. So any high-tech thing that you want built, and this one has been custom built for DeMille.
So it's a good bet that the Maltese Salmon is up there.
It is a very good, why else would you build, where else would you put your Priceless Rabbit painting?
Okay.
Knowing that information, I would like to attempt to take the clothesline that's linking that building to the other building, stretch it down to make a catapult.
Okay.
Are you just thinking of cat words?
Yes.
I would never.
Absolutely.
How dare you, sir?
I would never. You give me pause, sir.
I'm going to leave on my catamaran now. So here are the 3 things that you need to deal with. The first floor is going to have the gangsters who are playing poker. Ditzy has the second floor all to herself.
Ugh, of course you would.
And she will sniff out a cat on the second floor very quickly and very easily because it is all to her. Because any drift of dander, she will immediately be like, "Who's here?" And then the state of the art security system from the Times Corporation on the 3rd floor. And that is where we will leave you as we execute this heist next time on Theater of the Mind Players. For all of us here, this is Rob Whelan saying, just repeat to yourself, it's only a game. I should really just relax.
Meow.
Congratulations, fellow human! You've reached the end of an exciting episode of Theater of the Mind Players. If you enjoyed our story, please like the video. If you want more games, subscribe to our channel. Attack the bell for notifications on new posts. If you liked the episode, please tell us what you enjoyed the most in the comments. If you loved the episode, consider joining our Patreon. You'll get access to special shows, session zeros, and help us determine what we play on the show. We love our friends of Pat Rayon, and we hope to see you there.